This man. Damn, look at it. Look what he doing. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. Yeah.
My name's Steve fucking Kelly.
I don't think so. This is illegal.
Eagle Nick had his rights violated.
Hey! Hey! Guys, assault. You got it.
Why, hello, fellow maniacs. Lovely to have you all back on the channel. So, we're going to have a look at an idiot sovereign citizen that, while the judge and even the prosecution bend over backwards to help him understand what's taking place, he has the nerve to make ridiculous demands for no reason whatsoever. This is an older video, so you may have seen it already, but you know what, guys, at this point, I'm just here to post videos that I laugh at and I enjoy watching. So here we are. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
All right. Good morning. I'm Judge Chungan. We are here on People of the City of Taylor versus Randall Crane. Good morning. I see Mr. Crane up on screen. Sir, I believe you are muted. If you could unmute, please. There we go. Good morning, sir. Would you state your name, please?
My name is Randall Timothy Crane.
Good morning, Mr. Crane. And on behalf of defendant, today we have, please.
James Kazicki. I'm the House Counsel. I spoke with Mr. Crane. Had a breakdown in communications. I don't believe I can go forward representing him. We do not support the same theory of law.
Now, this is usually red flag number one in these videos. Usually it's the defense attorney having to say on the record, Judge, the client's an idiot and will not listen to what I have to say. So in most cases, the video's over. But no. This idiot defendant decides to proceed pro se, and, well, this happens.
Mr. Crane, sir, you do have the right to have a court-appointed attorney. Do you wish to have a court-appointed attorney, or are you going to represent yourself at this time? You could change your mind later on, but at this stage, sir, are you representing yourself?
Sir, me and the House Counsel do not agree on a bunch of things.
I understand that. My question is, all you're here for today is I'm going to actually give you the formal arraignment and conduct a pretrial. All I'm wondering, sir, is are you going to represent yourself at this limited proceeding? That's all, sir.
I would like to have a assistance.
Now, I do have an issue with this aspect of the judicial system because, yes, it is the right of any individual to represent themselves in court pursuant to the Constitution. No problem. But then this whole thing where it talks about assistance of counsel. Now, even if that's the case in some municipalities where you're allowed assistance of counsel, what you're saying is you want to present your nonsensical arguments into court while having an actual attorney do the grunt work for you. It's almost like saying, I'm an attorney, but I don't want to draft pleadings or draft motions, so I have my paralegal do it and file it properly. Give me a break.
Okay, all right, but at this time, we do not have other counsel. But what I am going to do is what we call an arraignment. All arraignment, sir, is just a formal reading of the charges that are lodged against you. That's all it is. And I explained that the rights that you have.
Well, I understand my rights.
Hold on just a minute, please. Hold on just a minute. I want to make sure I have the complete file. Mr. Kazicki, maybe you can offer a little assistance, sir. Okay, no, I've got it. So, for the record, Mr. Crane, you're here for an arraignment. As I explained, sir.
Not to cut the honorable judge off, but now he's going to explain into great detail to this idiot soft-heart or whatever this guy thinks he is or whatever he's trying to do. I don't know. I don't get pro se defendants when they have no idea what they're doing. I don't get it. But this judge is going to go above and beyond to make sure that this idiot understands exactly what he's doing despite having no counsel. And once the judge has completed explaining the proceedings to him, notice the response of this arrogant idiot.
Arraignment is that initial stage of the criminal proceedings, or simply put, you're advised of the charges that are now formally lodged against you. I'm going to advise you of the rights that you have. You plead, after I'm done with that, then you plead guilty or not guilty. After that, sir, the next stage is something called a pre-trial conference. That's where you, if you're representing yourself, or you with your court-appointed attorney, you sit down with the prosecutor and discuss the merits of the case. Okay, sir. So in this matter, you are charged on the complaint of Taylor PD Officer Schillenberg, who states that on March 26th, while in the city of Taylor, that you obstructed the officer from performing his lawful duties, specifically with respect to the stop on where he claims he observed you operating electronic device. Now, a misdemeanor charge in the state of Michigan. It's a criminal offense. It subjects you potentially to be 0 days in jail up to 90 days. Fines could be 0 up to 500. You could be placed on probation also for a period of up to 2 years. Of course, you have the right to have an attorney to represent you. If you can't afford one, one could be appointed. Of course, you start out with the presumption of innocence. You close with that presumption all the way through, unless and until the jury finds out or a judge rules the other way. Now, of course, you have the right to have a trial. The trial could be heard by a jury or a judge. At trial, sir, you and your attorney have the right to cross-examine all of the prosecution's witnesses. You could bring in witnesses that would testify on your behalf, and you could testify or not testify as you see fit. If you choose to remain silent, it can never be held against you. For example, prosecutor could never tell the jury that, oh, you must be guilty because you didn't testify. We don't allow that, sir. The people have to prove you're guilty, your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, having heard that charge, how do you plead to the charge of obstructing the officer?
I mean, hey, look, you can't explain it any more thoroughly than that. And listen, I've been to court dozens of times. I've seen how judges typically handle people that are there without an attorney. Judges say you can either do this or that, but you're on your own figuring out the details. I've even seen cases in court where pro se defendants are literally begging the judge to explain to them how certain proceedings work, and the judge says, I can't. Get a lawyer. So the fact that this judge went above and beyond to explain the detail to this defendant tells you that this judge is bending over backwards trying to help this idiot out. But as you'll see shortly, he's not appreciative, even in the slightest.
All right, I'm going to note that the defendant stands mute. Has the same effect, sir, as you pleading not guilty. Now, sir, you are going to have I need you to write this down, please. You will have a pre-trial conference. So you're going to meet with an attorney here in the court. Write this date down, July 16th at 9 a.m. It's an in-person pretrial conference. Furthermore, sir, we're going to mail a notice of that date to the address that's listed on your ticket. Not going to state the address now because this could go out for further public consumption. Not going to do that. But note, sir, July 16th, 9 a.m. All right. And at this time, I'm going to release you on a personal bond. You don't have to post cash. That's your word that you're going to come back on the July 16th date at 9 a.m. All right, sir. Now, I also want to inform you, we have a couple of other charges. They're called civil infractions.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I give a lot of credit to this judge, literally breaking it down, but this idiot isn't worth it, Judge. I mean, I'm sorry. I know I keep saying wait and see what this idiot does, but just hold tight just a little bit longer, guys. You'll see.
One has to do with no proof of insurance and no registration. Sir, these being civil infractions, you can't be sent to jail for these. They're simply not criminal offenses. All right. You'd be fined up to $100 on each of those, but you can't be sent to jail. Just for your information, they are accompanying charges. So again, sir, today, you've stood mute. I'm going to note you're requesting appointed counsel. I'm also noting for the record, you had spoken with Mr. Kazicki, and he's not able to represent you any further. And lastly, again, you're on a personal bond. That's your word that you're going to come back on that July 16th date. Understood, sir?
Oh, at loss. Thank you. So now after the judge tirelessly explains every little detail to this idiot, now I'm sure he's going to express his gratitude and simply make things easy for us. Right?
No, I do not understand.
What? What do you mean? The judge just explained... He just explained Huh? I've never seen a judge in such detail explain everything to you. And you don't understand? Maybe the judge's mic was on mute, or maybe there's a technical issue. Let's hear you explain this one, pal.
Pardon me, sir?
No, I do not understand.
Well, I'll explain it again. You come back on July 16th in court for a pretrial conference. You meet with the attorney who will meet with the prosecutor. That's when they discuss the merits of the case. And right now, I've released you on a personal bond. You don't have to come to the courthouse and post any money. It's your word that you're coming back on that date. I've notified you here on the record of the court date, and further, you'll be mailed a notice.
Okay, so now it has to be clear. The judge is saying, hey, look, I'm not going to have a bond over you. I'm not going to have you pay any monetary money. In good faith, I'm going to give you a new court date where you will return to court, and I will assume that you will return. Of course, he has to demonstrate his appreciation and understand what the judge is saying, right?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand that part. But what I don't understand is I don't understand the jurisdiction that the court has over me.
Sir,
Sit down and shut up, Mr. Feynman.
you're going to be able to discuss that at a later date. This was just to advise you of the charges formally lodged.
Well, I would also like to advise the court that every day that I am in court, I require $1,400, and I will be charging the court $1,400 for my time.
Now it's time for the next lesson, huh? I call it how to stop being stupid.
What? What? What did this idiot just say?
Well, I would also like to advise the court that every day that I am in court, I require $1,400, and I will be charging the court $1,400 for my time.
How do you do that? How do you do that? What is going on?
Sir, you can do as you see fit on that count. I'm just apprising you of your court dates. And with that, you're free to leave the meeting, sir. Thank you.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, look, this is a textbook example at how individuals try to abuse the judicial system because pro se defenders like Daryl Brooks had a 16-day trial, out of a nonsense case, and they got away with a lot of legal loopholes. But in reality, this is just an abuse on a very laid-back judge in a case which, quite frankly, you should have been found guilty in, and you soon will face the consequences in. And by the way, $1,400 per court appearance? Give me a break. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hey, see you guys next time.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood, and I'm just your friendly neighborhood racist.
And when they come, you're going to turn right around and say, well, we deserved it. We haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful racist group. Unracist. No. I want, okay.
And I'm just your friendly neighborhood racist.
He's a gay black dude. He's a double time fucking minority. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that as a double minority? You can't now you're like, I'm black and gay. What now I gotta be plant sexual before I get any attention?
I feel inferior to you. So in order to, at the very least, feel equal to you, I need to either bring you down or bring myself up. And since it's easier bringing others down than it is working on lifting myself up, that's what I will try to do.
Let me get started about the fucking Mega Crush Mussolini, the Velvet Voldemort. Orange man baby, the anus. Don't Hitler, thank you, wings. Sorry.
I'm out for blood. It's a goddamn promise. I want to know where you live now, dude. I will find it. I'm actively searching. I don't give a fuck. If I gotta hunt from state to state, I'll find you, dude. Now I'm out for blood again. Okay?